in the saddle once again. Ray, what do you think of this one?
He ran a good race, this fella at Newbury. He won his first start at Leicester, and the ground may have inconvenienced him when he ran at Newmarket. He's a nice horse. He should improve. He should run a better race on this type of ground.
He's going to go into stall 5. Most of the other jockeys in. We've seen most of the runners, in fact. There is New Wish with just standing nice and quietly. Number 4's going in. This is Newfoundland.
Troy, Dr. Devious, both Derby winners. Mr. Bailey's a 2,000 guineas winner. There's so many good types. 7 furlongs the trip for this Champagne Victor Vintage Stakes. That's Richard, that's Steve Brown. There's Richard. Stand by. Under orders, and they're racing. Missing the kick slightly, Dublin, and also a fraction slow into stride was Bourbonnais, but Sarayat in the yellow jacket first to begin from Tizzy May, and also right up there in the early stages, Hilbury Island on the inside as they sort themselves out. Norse Dancer driving up into a handy spot as well. Further back in the field then is New Wish. Newfoundland is right out the back in company with Summerland, who's being pushed along early, giving the leaders a big start as they round this first corner. And the leader on the outside, Bourbonnais, who's worked up into a handy position on the outside of Sarayat. They're 2 lengths in advance of Tizzy May, travelling on the outside of Hilbury Island. Further back then is New Wish, who's right there in the centre. Summerland is parked on the fence. Further back in the field then is Norse Dancer as they head into the straight now, and they've got just on 3 furlongs, just under to go, and the leaders Sarayat and Bourbonnais out in front from Hilbury Island. Tizzy May there as well. Norse Dancer down the outside. In behind them is Dublin, who's made up some ground from Summerland. Then Newfoundland right down the centre. Inside the 2 though, it's Bourbonnais boxing on here, about to be tackled by Sarayat again on the inside. Norse Dancer about to move up as well, and Dublin in behind them going for a split. A furlong left to go. It's Bourbonnais being tackled now by Dublin, who gets the run on the inside with the white cap. It's Dublin who takes it up close home here for Jamie Spencer, and Dublin goes on to win the Champagne Victor Vintage Stakes in good style. Bourbonnais second, Sheikh Mohammed 1-2. Sarayat was third, followed then by Norse Dancer, then Newfoundland, Hilbury Island behind them, Tizzy May, Summerland. Well back in the field then Silver Seeker, and well back too was New Wish. Well, Dublin got the opening and came through to win well for Jamie Spencer in the white cap here. From in second, number 1, Bourbonnais. Third was Sarayat in the yellow jacket. Fourth then was Norse Dancer. In fifth was Newfoundland. In 6th, Hilbury Island. A gap then to Tizzy May in 7th. The grey then Silver Seeker couldn't get into it at all, and they were followed then by Summerland, who was disappointing, and behind them New Wish. So let's check the placings. The 1, 2, 3 on the Champagne Victor Vintage Stakes. The winner number 2, Dublin, owned by Sheikh Mohammed, trained by David Loder, ridden by Jamie Spencer. Second, number 1, Bourbonnais, owned by Sheikh Mohammed as well, trained by Mark Johnson, ridden by Kevin Daly. And third, number 7, Sarayat, owned by Sheikh Ahmed Al Maktoum, trained by Michael Jarvis, ridden by Philip Robinson. And fourth, Norse Dancer, I should say. But Jamie Spencer bringing back his 43rd winner of the campaign. Dublin, the winner of the Vintage Stakes, at 11-1.
Well, the reason the price was that big was, one, because Frankie Dettori had chosen to ride David Loder's other runner, Silver Seeker, and secondly, because his horses really haven't been doing a lot this season. That's only his 8th winner of the year. Jamie Spencer sneaking through a gap between the 2 front runners, Bourbonnais and Sarayat, who looked to be going pretty fast in the early stages, but they must have judged it just right, because they nearly got away with it. But Dublin running straight as a gun barrel right through that gap, and actually going on really well. Nice 2-year-old.
Very nice 2-year-old indeed. He won at Newbury last time, and he looked quite nice that day, but he's by Carson City, which is a dirt horse, and obviously this little bit of a rain has helped him, because he's handled this ground really well, because normally the Carson Cities do prefer the sort of dirt tracks.
He's got to be pretty brave here, because that gap is not huge, and for an inexperienced horse, you're really going to teach them something, to go through a gap that really is only just big enough for them. It's lucky he's a little horse.
I'm sure David Loder, his made horse, he's come from behind on the gallops at home.
Did you see that whip just flying to the air, by the way? I think that was Philip Robinson's whip, got knocked out of his hand.
Did it?
Yeah.
Missed that. Well, he might have needed that, because he did end up finishing 3rd on that horse. But the second horse, Bourbonnais,